I've accumulated some really bad habits over a decade of playing Terraria, so I figured what better way to break this than playing hardcore. Hardcore is permadeath, which means if you die, you die. It doesn't matter if you're 10 minutes or 10 hours into a playthrough, if you die, you gotta restart. And I die a lot, whether it's my own stubbornness, laziness, greed, overconfidence. I die so much. So this is going to be a huge change of playstyle for me, and I'm going to have to learn a lot and break bad habits. So the general rules for this run are: 1. I can't die. Obviously, I'm playing hardcore and it's permadeath. 2. I'm using a very limited set of quality of life mods, being magic storage, recipe browser, boss checklist, just 3 basic mods that don't affect gameplay really. I am using Fargo's Mutant mod. I'm not using any of the NPCs, only 30 stack potions, so that way I don't have to constantly reapply my buffs every 8 minutes, because that would be absolutely miserable. There will be no save and quitting. Throughout the entire playthrough, the only times I will save and quit is whenever I'm getting off for the night. This means that if I'm getting my ass handed to me by a boss, I can't just back out. I can recall from bosses, but a lot of Infernum bosses will chase you if you recall. So these bosses will be one attempt, one shot, and if I die, I die. I start this world like I do any other. I chop down trees, I went right and left, and I build my insta houses. I am using Fargo's insta houses. I'm too lazy to even build the speedrunner houses. That's not happening. Nothing right or left. Only place to go is down. I try to get platinum for a platinum armor, open chest, hope for Hermes boots, cloud in the bottles, and then also try to get life crystals. After my adventures underground, I get enough loot to be able to craft a full set of platinum armor, a lucky horseshoe, and a hook, which is awesome. All I need now is full health and I'm completely set. With gravitation potions I got from underground, I go to loot the sky planetoid. Planetoids are structures added by Calamity. They spawn in space. They're like little planet things. After getting full HP, I decided to go over to the sulfurous sea to trasher stack. If you don't know what trasher stacking is, you stack 2 of them and you kill one so the angler spawns, and then you have one kill the angler so it drops the golden fishing rod. With the golden fishing rod, I fish up the reaver shark so I can mine hellstone. I'm not using molten armor because I am playing rogue, so the only thing I can craft is the infernal Chris. Infernal Cree, Chief Logan said infernal Cree, I don't know how to say it. It's now time to fight our first boss, being King Slime. Normally I would do the goblin army first, but they never spawned and I'm not about to farm tattered cloth, so I'm not doing all that. No, I won't die to King Slime. Hold up, I might. Wait. I did almost die to King Slime. So I do need a bigger arena. I thought my arena was big enough. I guess I don't have enough vertical space. I don't have I don't have as much vertical space as I would like. After getting my ass handed to me by King Slime, I thought it would be a good idea to attempt the Eye of Cthulhu. I haven't yet done the Goblin Army, so I don't have Lightning Spark boots. I don't have a horseshoe balloon. I am not geared the way I want to be, but I decided to do it anyways. Yeah, I'm a bitch. I ran away. I let him despawn. You were not about to catch me dying to a pre-hard mode boss. The Goblin Army finally decided to show up. Don't worry, I won't make you guys suffer through this with me. Just know I did it. While trying to find the Goblin Tinkerer, I had a very close call with death, but I didn't die. And finding the Tinkerer and buying everything that I need from him so I can finally craft my accessories. And now it's time for a rematch against the Eye of Cthulhu. This should be a lot better with my upgraded accessories. Normally I'm used to fighting bosses with them, so fighting them without really wasn't a good idea. The fact that I almost died to King Slime and had to despawn the Eye of Cthulhu probably should have been my biggest tell that I should have just done the Goblin Army. Okay, back to my old microphone. I really spent $160 on a microphone just to not like it. If it's better, let me know and I will go back to it. But for now, I'm going to use the one from my headset. And with my gear upgrade, the Eye of Cthulhu died fairly easily, so hooray. I have all of my gear upgrades, so this pretty well just turns into a boss rush, so I decided to do the Desert Scourge. The Infernal Chris just absolutely shreds this guy. He died in no time. After the Eye of Cthulhu is defeated, the Acid Rain event unlocks, which gives me access to my next rogue armor set. And with my new armor, it is time to fight the Brain of Cthulhu. Literally nothing else unlocks, so like I said earlier, it's just a boss rush. The Brain of Cthulhu is made significantly easier in Infernum. He does not have creepers at all, so he is defeated fairly easily. I end up getting hit by his easiest attack multiple times. I guess I was just absolutely throwing, and I don't know what I was doing. but he's been defeated, so
What
it's
lore do you
whatever.
want?
The very next night, I decide to
have
fight the
lore.
Perforators, the second evil boss for the Crimson biome. With Rogue being absolute ass and me being abysmal dog shit with my aim, this fight took forever. It took like 6 minutes. The worm phases died pretty fast, which was super nice. Everything else was just really slow because I kept missing the Perforator Hive. It was absolutely awful. I have done a like 10-minute fight with the Perforators before whenever I used only the mini shark and did it as my first boss. So this isn't the worst I've ever done, but oh my gosh, it took forever. After defeating the second evil boss, you unlock Aerialite, which you mine in Sky Islands, which means that I finally unlock a new armor set after the Eye of Cthulhu, so hooray! After expanding my arena and getting the tracking disc, which will be my weapon of choice, it is time to fight Skeletron. Before I started doing hardcore, I was actually doing no hits. I got all the way up to Cal Clone. I don't know why in this playthrough I was playing like such dog shit. I usually have the same mindset with the game all the time, and I'm fairly calm when playing, even during like situations that most people are stressed out about, like boss fighting. I don't know if it was just overconfidence, the fact that I was like didn't care because I knew I wouldn't die to any pre-hard mode bosses, but I was taking a lot of damage. It doesn't matter how much damage that I take. Mr. Skeleton is very easy. I never struggle with him in Infernum at all. So yeah. And now it's time for everyone's favorite boss, Slime God. I think nobody that I've ever met enjoys this fight. They always either like despawn or bug. During this run, half the times they weren't even shooting, they would just straight up stand still and not doing anything. I was so confused. Super easy fight, nothing really much to show, but I wanted their purified gel so I can craft Statagel armor. After crafting my Statagel armor, I go into the abyss to try to get a new weapon, and yeah, I was not having it.
Oh my gosh! What the fuck?
So yeah, I'm not going back down there. I absolutely hate the creatures down there. Not happening. So I just decided to use the tracking disc against the wall of flesh. It's good anyways.
I'm throwing.
Hello, Skinny Bones.
Ah. Oh, I win. Let's go.
And with the wall of flesh defeated, we have finally entered hard mode, so hooray! The first thing I do when I enter hard mode is go find the astral infection biome. There's going to be a mob there spawned called Atlas, and he drops a Titan Heart. This Titan Heart will be used to craft my next rogue armor set. Titan Heart armor, it's absolutely insane. I love it. Its set bonus is knockback immunity, so I don't need to use an accessory slot on a Cobalt Shield. I was too lazy to upgrade my weapons, so I decided to use the tracking disc on Cryogen. This was a terrible idea. I lasted 10 minutes. I do have to fight him again. I need the materials from him in order to craft a rogue weapon called the Kelvin Catalyst. I absolutely love this weapon. I decided to upgrade to the Cobalt Kunai. Makes this fight about 1,000 times faster. It takes 3 minutes instead of 10. I don't get all the drops that I want, so I have to fight him again. I kill him again. I don't get the drops that I want, so I gotta do it all over. I ended up having to kill him twice more, but after that, I finally get the bow that I need to be able to craft the Kelvin Catalyst. With my new weapon, I go straight into the Skeletron Prime fight. I don't see this being an issue at all, because Skeletron Prime is super easy.
I just realized I can't recall from this guy because I'm not which means I either win here or I die. This was not smart. I also have none of my buff stations. Uh-oh.
After that, I hop immediately into the twins fight.
Oh, I should do Brimstone Elemental. What do you mean while reading chat too? I always read my chat. I read my chat during my... I read my chat while doing my no-hits. Because it's awesome. Highly recommend. Actually, for anybody that's not me, I don't recommend it because I'm goated like that and really good at multitasking. Why don't you do streams for the Asian people? No, I don't think anybody from Asia actually would watch my stuff. Wait, what? Why is it Retinaser? Yo, this is so much harder than Spasmatisms. What? That is so much worse than Spasmatisms. That is awful.
With Calamity Mod's hard mode or progression rework, I can now get Titanium and Adamantite with 2 mech bosses being defeated, which unlocks Daedalus armor because I can now mine Cryonic ore because I've beaten Cryogen too. For those of you guys that don't know, whenever you defeat Cryogen, you unlock Cryonic ore. It spawns in the underground tundra, but you can only mine it with the Titanium or Adamantite pickaxe, which means that you have to defeat 2 mech bosses or fish to tier skip in order to get it. This unlocks my next armor set being Daedalus armor. Now, do you remember how I said that Titan Heart armor gives knockback immunity? I never got knockback immunity for the Destroyer fight, and if you've ever done Infernum Destroyer, you know how bad this is if you make one mistake without knockback immunity.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. I don't need to lock in for boss fights. Boss fighting is free. You're the king, no glaze. Let's go, boss. You think you're the king? I'm the king. No, guys, wait. That's it. You're all getting banned. King A30. Ooh, wait, hold up. I need to watch those. Those are going to deal a lot of damage. Oh, wait. Don't tell me I died a destroyer. I guess I can always recall. I literally just did this no-hit like yesterday. How am I... Oh my gosh, I just got dunked on again. Nope. We're out. Do you... You don't chase, do you? You do. Oh, shit. You chase. That would have been good to know before I started. I would have been semi-decently locked in if I knew that. Shoot. I also didn't grab my better healing potions. Oh! Alright. I should have gotten off. I didn't have knockback immunity.
So yeah, entire run completely down the drain because my dumbass forgot to grab knockback immunity after taking off Titanheart armor. That was a complete mistake that I didn't even realize up until I started the fight. At least I know better for next time. I am still attempting hardcore Infernum. I currently have a run going. I just needed to quickly edit this down. I still don't really know what I'm doing with this YouTube stuff. I kind of take a couple hours to edit it down and call it a day. So, yeah, like I said, I'm still attempting this. One day I will get it. I'm much more experienced with the hard mode bosses when I'm actually prepared, and I probably need to go into this more focused. But for now, I'm just doing whatever I feel like.